If you grow your hair long, just be aware, please. This is a message to all those who want to grow their hair long and are thinking about it, but it's not all that. It's not all that. Oh, it's just started raining as well. Okay, right. I think we should look a little bit more tamed now, right? Is that a little bit better? I think so. I think we're good. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, YouTube. What's going on? It's your boy Joey Does Tech, and welcome yourselves back to a brand new video. How are you guys doing today, man? I'm buzzing, and I'm in a really good mood. I don't know why. Just some days you have really good moods, and others kind of plateau a bit, but today's a really good one. So for those who aren't really up to speed or haven't seen the video of me unboxing a gift from the Retro Future, aka Elliot, you can see that in either one of these corners where the video pops up. I'd recommend you watch that to get a better understanding of what it is that we're going to be doing today. Elliot had a subscriber who sent in a Nintendo DS Lite that wasn't working after he'd done a shell swap. I said in the previous video as well, the shell swap, it looks mint, it looks really, really good, but for some reason, the Nintendo DS Lite just isn't turning on. So we're going to try some really, really basic fixes, you know, loose ribbon cables, etc. And then if that doesn't work, I'm a little bit screwed, so we might need to do some other research. And before we actually get into the part of let's diagnose a Nintendo DS Lite, I purchased a few things on eBay that should help me with this box of gifts that Elliot has sent me. What are you doing? Ranging from chargers to Polaroids for the Game Boy Colors, etc, etc. Let's go over to the desk, open up the mail that I've received, and let's put on our black gloves because we've not worn those in a very, very long time. I hope you enjoyed this one. We have our first package, but first we have coffee. Right, let's have a look and see what this is, shall we? We get scissors. Okay, so our first package we have. That's our first charger we have. Wicked. We'll confirm later as to what it exactly is. Again, this is all in preparation for that box. Nice. We recognise this bad boy. Game Boy Advance SP charger. Lovely. This one is the original and official Nintendo 3DS, 2DS and DSi battery charger. Yes. Is it OEM? And there we go. That's a little port for it. Good stuff, good stuff. Yeah, I did get this. Oh, I'm very excited for this one. I don't know if it's, I highly doubt that this is real, by the way, or like an original, but this is in fact, remember what I was saying about games? We have our first Nintendo, oh god, what is that? We have our first Nintendo DS game. This is Mario Kart DS. Lovely. Should we see if it works? Single player, Grand Prix, 50cc, Luigi, Mario. Here we go. Oh, I failed it. Failed the start. I'm really, alright, it's turned on. Okay, it works. Wicked. And finally, the piece de resistance. I think that's how they say it. This is what we need for our Game Boy Colors. From Z Labs. I did message them and say, look, is this going to be big enough? And they said, yeah, it should be fine. Oh wow, it's massive. What the freak? There we go. They're huge. I don't know what this line is in the middle, you know. What is this line in the middle? I don't know what that means. We have a line in the middle of the polarizing film. This is to repair the Game Boy Colors that I have. Maybe somebody can help me. But yeah, if you do have an idea in the comments as to why there's this line and what side I need to cut it from, if not, we can just find out and guesstimate. So that's part of the fun, right? Now we are moving on to the main attraction. Here we go. We have our mat. Lovely. My setup's a little bit different now as well. So I am standing up, as you would have seen in previous videos. Here we go. Okay, so this is what, just for a little bit of context, if you haven't seen the video, Elliot had a subscriber who sent him in a Game Boy with a note. I'm not going to read out the note because again that was in the previous video. If you want to go check it out, feel free. We also have the replacement shell. This is the original shell, sorry, that he swapped from, and this is the Game Boy that he swapped to. Nintendo DS Lite, sorry. As you can see, looks really, really nice, right? Looks really, really good, I think. The shell swap went really, really well. It just doesn't turn on. I'm going to try bare bones basic, right? First thing I'm going to do, instead of, well, I'll see if it charges first. Cable has been plugged in. I got my old trusty portable charger we can use for this stuff, which is handy, very, very handy in fact. So that's now on, as you can see, the 3 green lights means that's on. Is this charging? It is charging. Okay, so we've got a charging light here, charging light, but still. That's not working. So we know there's nothing, I think we know there's nothing wrong with the battery. Just to double check, still not turning on it. Just to double check, I'm going to take the battery out of this Nintendo DS Lite and put it into this one to see if that changes anything. So in order to do this, we're going to take a Phillips screwdriver. There she is. There we go. Oh, no, put it back in. There we go. So that's out of the white one, and then we'll take the black ones. First time that I'm opening this, by the way. Sometimes on the aftermarket shelves, these battery cups can be really hard to get off, that's what I found. Not bad at all. Turn it around. Oh, just fell out. I'm going to hold it in place actually. Will it turn on? No, it doesn't. Okay, so we know that that's good because we know that the battery is fine because it's charging. It means that there's, is it good? Okay, so it means that there's a more complex issue at hand here, and we're going to have to get inside the Nintendo DS Lite. That's what that means. Let me put this battery back in the white one. Actually, am I putting this back? No, it's not time for modding, Joey. It's time for repair. Let's get inside this bad boy, shall we? Okay. These again, these aftermarket shells, they're not that great, especially on the Nintendo DS Lite. So no screws aren't going to come out. So we'll pull them. We'll have to just manually force them out in a second. Throwing, what are you? There you are. You know, sometimes when you unscrew something, the screws don't come out, and then you just have an explosion because you rip a case apart. That's what's going to happen here. So buckle your seatbelts. Give us a little bit of a hand. Do I see anything out of the ordinary straight away? Considering that we're getting a charging light as well. Not that I can see. So I'll tell you what, just to rule out the switch being a little bit iffy, because you can feel the resistance. And if there's resistance in pushing this up, I'm going to assume that there is nothing wrong with the actual switch itself. But I'm just going to open her up, hold the battery in place and try it again. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Whilst trying to turn it on, it's just not having it, is it? Again, this guy's done a really nice job rewriting all of the cables. It looks super well done, really nice. So much better than what I do. So I've been away doing a little bit of research, and it does actually turn out that, so what I've checked, I'm going to try and explain this the best I can without sounding like an absolute moron. So here we have the motherboard. There are two main fuses that apparently are the issue. One of them is just under here, and I believe it's F2, which you're not going to be able to see because of the light, but it should be fuse F2. I've checked that and I'm getting continuity for that. There is also another fuse which is called F1, which if I try and, I'm not going to be able to move that out of the way, but it's called F1 and it's just here where I'm pointing to. This has also, sorry, got continuity. I think anyway that continuity means that they're talking, right? Then, well, the fuse is talking to itself, I guess, in a weird, really weird way. And then I've also checked L2 here, this one here, which is also absolutely fine. Continuity, just double check, is going to be this little fella right here. This one, this little signal, and we come up with the 1. Then if we touch the 2 prongs, you should be able to hear that ever so slightly. Now, as far as I'm aware, to test for continuity, see that? I don't know if you can hear that as well. So that's L2, absolutely fine. So L2, no issues whatsoever. I'm going to try and just put that like here so you can see, maybe. That's a better way to do it. First one that I'm going to try is F1, which is at the top, which is right here. Just make sure that I'm not cheating the system. F1. So we have continuity. You can hear it, right? That's F1. That's F1. It's beeping. I'm pretty sure the beeping sounds means we have continuity. And then we've got F2, which is the last one, which is apparently the most common problem with what we've got, which is the orange light charging, which is this one here. So again, that's F2, which has continuity. So yeah, I'm a little bit confused as to what it is that we need to do. However, I'm not giving up. Not a chance, not a Scooby. The next thing to do is take the Nintendo DS Lite apart completely, have a look at the other side of the motherboard. The water indicator light looks absolutely fine. It doesn't look like there's any water damage. The fuses are okay, which is really, really weird. I've left the battery out for 40 seconds, which should reset the device. I don't think it's a software issue. This is a really strange one, but I love it. I'm in love with these faults. So on to the next step, which I think, after doing a little bit of research, I used the Discord. I've talked to a friend about it. We're gonna take it apart and just try and put it back together and see if that fixes it, all right? I'm gonna try some IPA on the battery connectors. That makes any difference. Not that it's going to, I doubt, but it's always worth giving it a go, hey? Just to make sure. I'm also going to clean around the fuse that I scraped a few bits off of. Okay, let's try it. You never know. Nothing. Let's try and hold this down. Apparently you can if you hold the power button on for about, I guess you'd need the battery, no maybe not. Let's try it without the battery and then let's try it with the battery, but around about 40 seconds or so can help it refresh apparently. I'm trying random things here guys, I'm trying really, really random things. No idea what this one could be. Okay, I'm going to go with an old fashioned, let's take it apart and put it back together. Because then at least I can just cross everything off of this list. So let's do that. To be 100% honest with you, I mean, I've had a brief look over of the board and it looks absolutely fine. Again, I don't know if you guys can see anything in the comments as to what would make it look a little bit bad, but in all honesty, I think it looks really clean. Which is even more frustrating. This is obviously the side that we've already seen. Looks absolutely fine. Give you guys a slow-mo. Just in case you see anything that I don't. Because you probably will. Everything in my opinion looks okay. Good clean with some IPA I think will never hurt. Only thing is I don't, toothbrush is probably best, right? Right, toothbrush time. It's probably going to be our best bet, I should imagine. Very, very slowly and gently. A bit of IPA. It doesn't work anyway, so why not? Okay, and I'm also just going to take off the Wi-Fi module as well, just to make sure. I think it should just come off. Connector is back on. All right, let's just I guess let's put it back put it back together. It was quite a quick one, to be honest with you. Quite a quick take it apart, put it back together. But I think that's as far as I want to go. I don't think it's going to be anything to do with the top side of the screen. I think it is just going to be solely down to the motherboard. Let's put it back together and see what happens. Without going too much further, I guess we can just see if it turns on right, so I don't need to put the other stuff back. What I will do is just put the motherboard screw back on. Where's the battery? Lost it. There it is. No way! Wait! It's flashing green. What does that mean? Wait, what? It's not because these aren't connected, is it? I didn't expect. I did not expect that to be different. I was solely expecting it to just be like, yeah, orange light, or just not work at all. But what? I just want to get this plugged in temporarily and see what's a flashing green light. I don't know what that one is. Okay, I've just plugged them in for the time being, I think. Okay. Wait a minute. Let me open it up. Just want to see what's going on here. All right. Battery. Does anything come on the screen? Ready? Oh my god! Wait! What? Are you crazy? I fixed it! I don't know how! What? No way, man. Oh, I'm just gonna step away. What's just happened? Right, best friend, right, is this right here. Honestly, you could fix relationships with this, honestly, and this. I don't believe it. That's all I've done, right? I haven't, and just replaced, I took the ribbon cable out, I put it back in, but they didn't look loose, and as far as I'm aware, the error for a ribbon cable, I don't know why I'm shaking a brush, the error for a ribbon cable is that it flashes green, not the orange one that we had experienced. What on earth? Give me 2 seconds, I'm gonna put it back together, I'm gonna skip that part, and I'm gonna test it with a game. What? So, ow. Moment of truth. Okay, ready? Here we are. Oh my god, I don't believe it. I can't believe it. I'm actually in shock. Let's just set this up real quick and then we'll give it a test with Mario Kart. Right, let's recalibrate the screen real quick. Does she work? Recognises it, which is amazing. I failed the start, left, right, that works absolutely fine. What about RB? Just need to put it in charge now and just make sure we give it a full battery and see if that just holds the charge. So yeah, that in my eyes is a complete win. I mean, look at it. It is the guy who put this together, who is one of Elliot's subscribers, done such a good job with it. I'm going to give it a good clean, and then yeah, like really happy with this. I can't believe it fixed it. I don't know if it was the isopropyl alcohol and just giving it a good clean, or you know, was it the case that I just took out the ribbon cables, put them back in? I don't know. But like I said previously, with the ribbon cables, I don't think that was the issue, because usually it just flashes green and turns off if there's a problem with a loose cable, which I found out in my first ever attempt to repair a Nintendo DS Lite. But we have fixed a broken Nintendo DS Lite, and we're back in the room. We managed to fix a Nintendo DS Lite that I didn't actually break in the first place, which is an amazing result. So to the guy who wrote this note, which is here, and again, you can see this if you watch the previous video, I hope we've done you justice, my friend. Your Nintendo DS Lite now works. So yeah, that is a massive result. I checked the fuses first of all. I didn't want to take the whole thing apart just in case it was going to be a fuse issue. Tested for continuity. All of them seemed to work. I believe it was F1, F2 and L2 were the main culprits from what I read up online. I have no experience doing any of this stuff, guys. I literally just researched it on the internet, looking at YouTube videos, asking a friend, kangaroos, thanks mate, and just trying a load of different simple things, you know, things that involve more common sense, I think, rather than actually knowing a device. So I swapped it out for a different battery first of all. That was one of the first things we did. That didn't work, so I thought maybe we just hold up the power button and try and get a little, I don't know if you call it like a power surge or something, see if we can flush it out. Again, it tries to reset the software by leaving it out for 40 seconds as well. Like, there was so many different things there that could have potentially fixed it. But I think our trusty friend IPA is again the MVP of this whole thing. I honestly think that it just needed a little bit of a clean up, to be honest. Never underestimate IPA. Guys, if you did enjoy this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, especially because we've got the black gloves back as well. And subscribe to the channel if you're new around here and you want to see more content from myself. I think the next video is going to be something that I've never done before. Have a great weekend wherever you are, and I will see you in the next one. I've got to stop bouncing, man. I don't know why I got like a bounce. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.